This is Corey's story about how he almost got P. Diddy'd. You want to hear it?
All right.
So, back when I was working with Leon Isaac Kennedy, we were trying to sell this television show to Netflix. And we were on our second or third pitch meeting out there in Burbank. I flew out and Leon Isaac Kennedy took me around the Hollywood walk where all the stars are, told me all these stories, of, different actors that he knew, all of these little intimate stories. It was really pretty cool. And then he mentioned, Playboy, the Playboy Mansion. And he was best friends with, what's his name?
Hefner?
Hefner.
Wow.
As a matter of fact, you can look up Leon Isaac Kennedy Playboy documentary, and Leon brags all about being good friends and all of it. I think that's going to come back to bite him. But so he talks about Playboy, and he said, Corey, do you want me to show you the mansion? It's close by. And I was like, okay. So he drives me, and we turn on this street called Charred Cross Circle or Road, Charred Cross. That's a nice beginning. So we take a right and go into this cul-de-sac sort of area where there's mansions or big homes, but they kind of look the same. And one of those homes he points at and he says, that's it. That's the Playboy Mansion. It's owned by some other company or billionaire now. And we were sitting there and he started telling me, and this guy, he was a actor, old school actor, but he is a current minister, a preacher. And so I was a bit shocked. He starts telling me all of these really creepy stories. And he was reading me to see if I was into it or if I reacted. And you know me, I'm real stoic like you. So I'm just sitting there like this, listening. So he's still telling me
stories about that location that he's personally there.
Yeah. He told me about, he said, Corey, the Playboy Mansion was just kind of like the clubhouse. He said the real crazy parties happened there were a bunch of different Hollywood moguls that had mansions around. There were tunnels that went down. He says they go down in 5 different directions. And one of them goes to a famous rapper's house now. And one of them went to Jack Nicholson's house and people I didn't recognize, big moguls and stuff. And he said that's where the crazy parties would happen. And he was telling me details. And I'm just trying to process that this minister is and the look on his face, he was all oh, getting into it, telling me, and his eyes got all glassy. It was, and I said, Leon, and he talked about the girls in detail, and I said, Leon, how did the women feel about this? Oh, he said, Corey, he said, it was like a petting zoo. And he felt like that was clever. And I sat there and I said, well, how did the girls feel about this? And he looked at me like I was an idiot. He goes, Corey, that's what they were there for. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay. And right about this time, unbeknownst to us, the mailboxes next to the Playboy Mansion, there's, I guess, a camera and a speaker there. And all of a sudden, security from the new owners of the Playboy Mansion started telling Leon to leave. And I think they have a recording of this. We're trying to get it. Or we were before the lawsuit against him ended. And Leon starts this, do you know who I am? And the guy says, I've called the police. And he turns and we leave. Wow. And as we're turning out to the left, there was another street and he was still all pissed off. And he said, by the way, he said, next time you come in town, if Netflix doesn't buy, there's a rapper down here, Sean Combs, that will fund our projects. You just won't like his terms. And
wow.
Yeah. And then it was weeks later, everything went to crap. I found out about they were embezzling money. They were selling DVDs of our movies, but not sending the DVDs. They were charging people shipping and handling, which is mail fraud, and all of this stuff was going on at the time, and it caused us to then end the relationship. We received like an extortion letter about the movies, and it was just really bad. And then the lawsuits ensued, and then the rest, everyone else knows. But that's my story of Leon Isaac Kennedy introducing me to the Playboy Mansion, former Playboy Mansion, and promising me that my next trip to Burbank, he was going to take me to meet old P. Diddy. Thank God everything went to shit. I was protected, man. Something was protecting me. And now everything's taking off, and I have all these characters behind me.